G'day folks, Scott here. I just got back from watching The Last Jedi. What I've decided to do is this, which is just straight raw reaction. I just got back from the theatre, my head's still kind of reeling from it. And then I'm going to go see the movie again with my wife and kid tomorrow, and I'll do a review the day after, and that'll be full-blown spoilers. So this one, spoiler-free. The one I do later will be full spoilers. I'm going to say spoiler-free up to the trailers. So if, like me, you're a no-trailer person, then you should just bail and watch the movie. But if you've at least watched the trailers, then I'm absolutely not going to touch anything that wasn't in there, so you're totally safe, okay? So right now, I guess my first emotion is I'm kind of conflicted. There were parts of this that I loved, and I loved as much as any Star Wars movie I've ever seen. Like, there was just some absolute just genius in this film. But then there were other parts that just felt out of place to me, a little disjointed from the story. Characters more so than scenes, but one scene in particular, I'll go into that, obviously in the other review, but there was a good half an hour of this movie, maybe 20 minutes, I'll have to check that later, that I feel could have vanished and the story would have been better for it not being there. I might change my mind on that when I see it again, but right now that's how I feel. It felt like filler, and it felt like a almost unsuccessful attempt at developing a character that just didn't pan out for me at all. Then there was a character who was just completely shit that I didn't like at all, that again, I'll get back to. I'm being sketchy on this because the characters I'm talking about you don't see in the trailers, so I'm not going to tell you who or why they are. I think overall, look, I don't want to be negative. I really enjoyed it. There was just some amazing shit in there. Like, I really, truly lost my mind, became really, just emotionally invested in it quite a few times. The opening was incredible. There were some fantastic set pieces. I will stand 100% again by my no trailer thing, though. I've avoided everything on this. I'd seen a couple of toys that came into my shop, the little porg penguin looking things, and, like the new design for Kylo Ren and Rey and stuff, but I knew nothing. I knew about that BB-9 droid thing that I did the review for a while back. So for me, watching this play out in front of me over the longest Star Wars movie I believe they've made, it was just over 2.5 hours, watching that unfold ahead of me without having these scenes in my head to go, well, this is coming and that's coming, and I've already put this all together, was just amazing. And I've not experienced that from a Star Wars movie since the 70s when I was a little kid and I got taken to see the first one. After that, I always absorbed trailers and everything I could before I see the movie. So this is the first one where it's not like that, and I think that helped it a lot. I'll know again, when I see it tomorrow night to see, how I feel on that second thing once the veil's lifted and I've now seen everything. There was some, like I said, just amazing moments in this movie. There was some brilliant action. I feel right now that I liked Kylo Ren more in this than I did in the previous one. Rey was still fine. It was emotional, obviously, watching Carrie Fisher in it because, we know that unfortunately she passed away during the production of the movie. So again, I don't really want to touch on story elements for the trailer and all that kind of stuff. The trailer gave away a lot, and I don't want to say why. So yeah, that'll be in the spoiler thing. Look, my initial reaction is go see it, Whether it stands up to time and I still feel positively about it later remains to be seen. To be honest, my feelings of The Force Awakens dimmed over time. I came out of the theatre feeling really happy about it when I first saw it, but on multiple viewings, particularly Finn became a point of contention for me. I didn't really like him all that much, and I guess that's probably my negative here, is I didn't still like him all that much. Like, Finn, to me, that whole comedy relief character, he pans out a little bit in this, and they certainly do some things with him that sort of, make him a little more, what he's meant to be, I suppose, but he still feels like filler a lot of the time. I liked one of the new characters, again, I won't discuss. Like I said, I really hated one of them. The performances were fine. I really liked Hux in this movie. It was good to see him back again, and I thought he was great. Poe Dameron was fine, it was good. I had some really good fun with it. Some cool BB-8 stuff, I still like him. I haven't tired of him as a droid, as a character. There was a lot of nostalgia to it, and I think, a lot of people talk about The Force Awakens, and they talk about how it followed the formula of Episode 4, A New Hope, and it followed it pretty much to a T with some, you know, new characters and environments. But it told kind of the same story again, and I feel at the moment that this kind of did that with Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi to a degree. There were elements in there that I felt like I'd seen before, but this was just a reimagining of those elements, perhaps. You know, it's hard to accuse Star Wars of ripping off Star Wars when it's still Star Wars, you know. I'm not really saying that, but there was definitely some nostalgic moments in there that I adored, and there was some nostalgic moments in there I felt like, you know, now they're doing something they've done before, it's just with a different coat of paint. But that stuff was still fine. Like, I still thoroughly enjoyed all that. It's just this one sequence that I'll really talk about, like when I do the spoiler review in a few days' time, that I have big problems with at this point. Perhaps I'll change my mind again after tomorrow, I don't know. But my initial reaction is, you know, good. Like, I really did have a good time. I enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed more than I didn't enjoy. There's just a few things that are kind of irking me that I'm not sure I can even vocalize yet, and I need to think on more, but overwhelmingly more good than bad. And I really did enjoy it. I really was invested in it quite a few times, like more often than not. There was, you know, one relatively good action sequence in there that was completely not like anything they'd done in a Star Wars movie before, which again I'll go into on Saturday. Like, I enjoyed that too. That's all I got, I think. Really, I'm just going to start repeating myself. I'm going to wait till Saturday, full spoilers, and do that again then. But overwhelmingly, yeah, I had a great time. I definitely enjoyed it. I just am going to wait and see how I feel after that second viewing, once the veil is lifted and I actually focus in on it and absorb it some more. So, look, come back and watch it again, like the new video that I do. As always, thanks for watching this one. Please subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed what I've done, and I'll see you soon.